Hi, I'm Jimmy. In this video, we're looking at 3 different stocks that I found that could be interesting stocks to do a deep dive on. I'm going to run you through the basic numbers, some of the fair values, and ultimately we can see if these are companies that we want to do a deep dive on. Now, let me know if you like any of these 3 companies or if you have a different company that I should jump into. Now, here's the kind of the goal where I'm trying to go with this. If you saw the recent video I did on my portfolio, well, you might have noticed my portfolio is fairly tech heavy. And I think it's important that I try to diversify away from that. So I'm looking for companies that are good, strong companies, but also ideally trading somewhere near a good price. Hopefully undervalued, but if not, at least close so I can add it to the bullpen. Okay, now we're going to do all the research on the Investors Grow website. And our first company is Salesforce, ticker symbol CRM. Now, Salesforce, in one of my portfolios, I actually have a small position in Salesforce, but the stock has come down a decent amount, so perhaps this is an opportunity to average my price down. First thing we do, when we jump over on the summary page on the Investors Go website, well, we can see down here that it gives a score system, either 1, 2, or 3 stars, based on, let's say, the quality of the financial statement. And it basically just looks at like growth and, profit margins, things like that. Well, we can see down here, we got 3 stars for Salesforce, so it's looking fairly good. Then when we jump over and look at the fair value section, well, here we can see there's a bunch of different valuation methods. And the correct valuation method can vary from company to company depending on the individual company, industry, things like that. Well, we can see that on the Investors Grow website, what it does is it gives you an indication as to what could be a good valuation method. You can see that with these stars here. Here, it's suggesting both forward PE and discounted free cash flow. Now, for me, I much prefer discounted free cash flow. So when we click on that and we jump in, well, we can see that this stock looks like it's fairly undervalued right now using somewhat conservative numbers. These are analyst estimates. The green bars are analyst estimates. So just taking baseline analyst estimates, looks like it could be undervalued right now, which perhaps is exactly what we need, and this could be an interesting stock. Then when we slide over and look at their stock chart, well, we could see their stock over the past years down more than 30%. So this, again, it could be an interesting one to do a deep dive on. Let me know if you like this company or perhaps one of their competitors. Okay, now the next company we've got is from the medical devices industry, and this is Intuitive Surgical. ISRG is the ticker symbol. Now, we can see down here, the financial statements don't score quite as well as CRM did, but we got 232, which is not bad, a decent financial. And this 3 is actually impressive because they have virtually no debt. So, they have no debt. And when I say virtually no debt, they have no debt. So, in the event that there was a recession or some sort of pullback with the economy, the industry, or something like that, not having any debt is likely to be fairly useful. Now, interestingly, before we jump over and look at the fair value, when we jump in and look at their financials, one of the things that I found interesting about this is scrolling down to the net income profit margins. Well, and this is what percentage of revenue is turning into profit. You can see on this chart, they're about the mid 20% range. But we do these research live streams in our community each week. And the most recent research live stream that we did was on the medical devices industry. And I went through a bunch of these companies, and ISRG was amongst the best companies as far as profit margins. That's important because when we jump over to the fair value section here, they're not quite as undervalued as CRM was, but one of the preferred valuation methods is forward price to earnings multiple. And again, this says it's kind of high, but it says it's undervalued relative to their history. When we click on it, well, we can see a 10-year chart of their price to earnings multiple, and we can see it not at a low end, but it's on the lower, let's say the lower side of this. So is this a good price? Could it pull back a bit more? Perhaps, but it could be an interesting company to at least do a deep dive on. If nothing else, stick it in the bullpen. Again, which company would be your vote? Do you like this company, or do you have a different, maybe another competitor, or a company in a completely different industry? Okay, the next company we have is VICI Properties. This company is a real estate investment trust, or REIT for short. And the ticker symbol is VICI. And first page, okay, fine. Decent financial statements, look okay. But when we jump over to the fair value section here, Well, REITs are a little bit unique because they don't manage themselves like a regular company. Their financials are slightly nuanced compared to traditional C Corps that most companies are. Well, here when we're on the fair value section, we can see this tab pops up. This pops up for different types of REITs. And when we click on that, well, we can see now it shows us some new valuation methods. This valuation method is price to funds from operations. Funds from operations is essentially, it's kind of like price to earnings. It's kind of like the earnings. It's basically exactly what it sounds like. How much money is the company earning? Similar to the PE ratio, but more specific for REITs. And we can see VICI Properties looks fairly undervalued right now. One other thing to consider for a company like VICI Properties is their dividend. So REITs, one of the advantages of REITs is that they tend to pay higher dividends because they get certain corporate tax advantages for being set up as a REIT. And because of that, they end up paying out higher distributions. And you can see on the dividend page here, well, this is a chart of dividends. And it has, since they started paying dividends, has steadily increased the dividends from year after year. And the dividend yield right now is about 6%. So again, this is a kind of a unique holding that could be an interesting one to do a deep dive on. Now, there are a lot of interesting good REITs out there. So again, if you have any companies, please let me know in the comments below. And if you can think of any other companies, which one of these would you want to research? Or if you have any other companies, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to sign up to get access to the Investors Grow website where we try to make it quick and easy to analyze companies, I'll leave a link right here, link in the description below. And thank you so much for sticking with me all the way to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.